I've gotten about 8 million questions, okay, more than 8 questions, about how I did my bookshelves, and so I'm going to show you how I did them and then how I'm reinforcing them today. So I posted about them a couple days ago, and everyone was very concerned about the bowing that's going on here. You can tell that these ones have not had too much weight on them, but definitely the middle is where it's gaining weight, which same. So for reference, that's a very like straight 2x8 there, and this one is bowing pretty significantly, and my dogs sleep right here. So I really want to reinforce this so that they don't. Okay, so these right here are 2x8s, and I mean by like 10 I think is how I got them, because this is a pretty long wall. I sanded and then stained them, and I believe this is early American stain. And then you can see through here that I have little 2x2s, and one side is screwed on to the stud and the other one is held on by a toggle bolt. And I told my boss about this, how like the front of it is being held by a toggle bolt, and he was terrified for me. A toggle bolt will go in, and then there's like a metal piece that like flattens out and it's up against the sheetrock. And even though it's like pretty big, it's still just sheetrock holding this up. So I want to reinforce this whole thing today. So what my husband and I plan to do is on the bottom of each one, we're going to run a 2x2 all the way across, and then screw each one into each stud. And remember to only do one big nail, or but one big screw per stud, otherwise you're going to split the stud. First thing, I'm going to unload my bookshelf, and then we're going to go to Home Depot and get the stuff that we need. All right, so first off, let's unload these shelves. You can see in that middle one that it's bowing pretty good. It was actually a lot sturdier than I thought it was going to be. It wouldn't have happened immediately, but I'm really glad that we took care of it now. And then here's me sanding all of the 2x2s that my husband picked up from Home Depot. Pretty easy process. You just sand it so that the stain sticks better and that it's not so rough. This is just a little Ryobi sander. Got it from Home Depot. You know, I've had it for so many projects. And this is where I got to start staining, which is kind of the worst, but kind of the best. It's super satisfying. It dries really quickly. Should I have been wearing like eye protection and maybe gloves? Yes, but I do what I want. So just give it a good old stain and then wipe it down, and it dries pretty much immediately. You don't need much. A little bit goes a long way, you know. And then because I'm the muscle, I got to hold up the boards, which was super fun. My husband installed them all for me, which was great. This would have sucked to do it on my own. And if I ever figure out this paint color, I will let you guys know. I still can't find it, but this is the final product. You can tell that middle one is just perfectly level. I'm obsessed. This is so pretty. I love my bookshelf so much. Thanks for coming with me. Okay, I love you. Goodbye.